doing. And this time I won't finger roll. Pat Ewing, they ain't wanna see the squad in the rock. Now they chasing the race like Mr. Salty's on the block. Stars on the roof, got a feeling like Venus. Getting so much brain, now I'm a John Carter genius. Ever since Pump Big Girl been independent, so I went through the punch up, man, I'm independent. I'm flooded out on the crazy. I'm kicking flavor in your ear. I just had a gray on my face and it disappeared.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Pueblo County High School for today's contest against Steamboat Springs High School. The two teams involved are members of the 338 High School Activities Association and are committed to the sportsmanship goal of the Chasta. Chasta member schools cheer for their team and not against the opponents or officials. The teams playing tonight remind you that sporting behavior is taking pride in your school, your team, and yourself. It is respect for the sport of basketball, baseball, and tonight soccer, and for those who compete in it. It means taking personal responsibility for keeping this game at a high level of fair play. This game tonight is an educational activity because the High School Colorado Activities Association members have established higher behavior standards for its contest. We expect those in attendance tonight to meet these higher standards. That means stopping this contest to address any sport behavior concerns. Those violating the behavior standards of this contest are subject to ejection from this facility. Please enjoy the game without taunting and through the positive encouragement of your team. Sporting behavior is appreciation of all performances and the graceful acceptance of results. Once again, welcome to Pueblo County High School and today's game. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your hats for the presentation of the colors. The colors are presented by the Army Junior ROTC program of Pueblo County High School. Cadet Staff Sergeant Castillo commands the color guard. Other members of the color guard are Cadet Sergeant First Class Butler, Cadet Staff Sergeant Lavender, and Cadet Sergeant Pagano, and Cadet Corporal Medina. Please remain standing until the color guard has marched off the field. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Who's They like requested it, and it was like a 4.5, and then it was at Woodstock. So it's 4.5 minute thing, and even they were getting kind of restless. But it's like it's the anthem, so you can't really stop it in the middle of it, you know.
Yeah, they did that in the Girl Scout once.
That may have been it. That I remember it was one of them. I was just like, oh boy.
Some people.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here from Pueblo County High School. Your Steamboat Sailors girls soccer team just about set to get this match underway against the Hornets of Pueblo County. Should be a great one. It is round one action of the Chassa 4A state playoffs, and Steamboat has made a long drive down. From what I'm hearing, they took the scenic route here throughout the morning hours. They came down, what is that, 50 that they came down there? For a good portion of it, and into Pueblo. And here we are. Should be a great matchup. Great tilt. The Sailors coming in off of that win against Rifle. It was a 10-0 decision there. And before that, kind
welcome
of one of those
Steamboat Sailors.
interesting, quirky
Senior,
games.
these are the starters. Senior starter, number 1, Kellen McCurry.
So, nice job from
Sophomore,
Taylor
number
Smallman.
2,
Should be
Haley
at least
Moss.
a little bit of a catalyst into a pretty good matchup.
Junior, number 3, Riley Hodges.
Starters getting announced here from Pueblo County High
Senior,
School.
number 4, Rachel Coley.
And we're back to the opening face-off. It's your Steamboat Sailors Sports Connection, KTYB 1057. We're online as well.
Junior,
at steamboatradio.com.
number 5,
check us out on
Grace
YouTube. Just
Drobek.
search for the Steamboat Radio page, and it should be that first one.
Sophomore,
Yeah, back.
number
And
6,
opening kickoff,
Lily
1057.
Armstrong. Senior, number 7, Megan Saylor.
Well,
Sophomore, number 8, Ivy Berger. Junior, number 10, Sophie Leeson. Junior, number 11, Ella Petrus. Sophomore, number 12, Josie Foote. Senior, number 13, Craiganne Rand. Junior, number 14, Casey Buchanan. Senior, number 15, Delaney Moon. Senior, Corey Petek, number 16. Junior, number 17, Sydney Graham. Senior, number 18, Lucy Wilson. Junior, number 21, Katie Floyd. Freshman, number 23, Courtney Vargas. Junior, number 24, Sloan Russell. Sophomore, number 35, Jaylee Hoovy. Sophomore, number 37, Molly Brown. Junior, number 60, Molly Quinn Klein. Steamboat is coached by Rob Bowman, JV coach Aaron Early, goalkeeper coach Andrew Miller. And now for your homestanding Pueblo County High School Hornets. Number 1, Erica Inez. Starter. Junior, number 2, Melanie Ferris. Starter. Senior, number 3, Molly Hendrickson. Starter. Number 4, sophomore, Presley Hankins. Starter, Darian Naylor, senior, number 5. Starter, Caitlin Hinkle, number 6. Senior, number 7, Selena Cervantes. Starter, sophomore, number 8, Rosalind Weimer. Junior, number 10, Jacqueline Flores. Starter, sophomore, number 11, Ellie Hendrickson. Freshman, Ariana Perez, number 13. Senior, Madison Gutierrez, number 17. Starter, Lauren Lay. Freshman, number 20. Giovanna Suarez, junior, number 21. Joanna Dominguez, sophomore, number 24. Starter, freshman, number 26, Marissa Ferris. Freshman, number 28, Michelle Torres. Starter, sophomore, number 41, Amanda Carlo. Sophomore, Riley Padilla, number 31. Starter, number 23, sophomore, Brooklyn Dash. The Hornets are coached by Miss Bailey Thomas, assistant Olivia Coletti, and Katie Long. Let's have a good game.
Yeah. At least there's some contrast. It's more light.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here from Pueblo County High School, just about set for the opening kickoff. Your Steamboat Sailors again, if you're just joining us here and set for the opening round of the Chassa State playoffs. Sailors coming in 11-4 overall, 9-3 in league play. You know, they're not exactly thrilled about the 19 seed because of that tough matchup last week, but I've got to think that coming in, that's one of those trap games here early on where you can maybe get a win, get some momentum, and maybe make a little bit of a run here. Steamboat is donning their away kits in white with red numbers, and it looks like they're going to be left and right here on KTYV 105.7 in this first half of play. I want to thank Steve Vargas, as always, doing our camera and doing an excellent job throughout the year in that regard. We are on YouTube. You can live stream this one. Just search the Steamboat Radio page, and it should be that first one up top. We have Caitlin Hinkle to really key in on number 6 for this Pueblo County High School team. She's got 33 goals this year, so we'll see what Coach Bowman has to do with that in terms of how they're going to mark her up. We're underway. First round is just underway with the opening kickoff. Sailors do have it working near sides at the Lady Moon. Interesting to see her starting on that back end. You're going to have Lucy Wilson at that right attack slot. That's going to be an immediate play out of bounds. That went off with Megan Salyer. And so throwing here for Pueblo County. One of the interesting spots, we don't see a whole lot of this, but the benches are actually on opposite sides of the field. It's kind of a fun little piece there where you get a little bit less of that banter back and forth between the teams. Not sure that there's too much that occurs regardless, but it's a factor. Work near side to Sydney Graham. The Sailors are possessing. Up now to Vargas, Courtney Vargas. So toe drag, and she's going to be dispossessed for a moment, but Keegan Rand swoops in. Nice job sweeping there to help out. It's up to Lucy Wilson. One touch to the middle of the field here. And the Sailors possess again. This is Salyer. Trying to go back to Vargas. Vargas makes a nice little move to the near sideline. Eventually is forced to pass it to Rand again. The Sailors will eventually switch the pitch to that far sideline. A really big field out here. This is going to be pretty nice for the Sailors to work with, something they're used to. And nice turf field. They got a nice setup here from Pueblo County. Enjoying it, and of course the press box has plenty of distance between the field and us. So if I am a little slow to some of these numbers. Bear with me. 38.5 minutes left in this first half of play, scoreless, and really, because these teams don't have too many common opponents and they don't have too much in terms of knowledge of the other one, I'm assuming the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe, they'll really just kind of be feeling each other out, seeing what kind of offenses and defenses that the other squad will be throwing at them. Service is in by Pueblo County. As to the top of the 18, nice clearance there. Keegan Rand, the stopping midi, is back there for the Sailors. Now near side, Pueblo County chases it down, they'll kick it out. That one off the toe of Molly Hendrickson. And so a Steamboat ball here on the near sideline, going to be tossed in by Delaney Moon. Like I said, Moon and Wilson kind of shifted around a little bit here to at least start things off. Lucy Wilson is going to be in that right attack role, and Delaney Moon in the overlapping right outside back spot. Nice little challenge there, and eventually a tackle from Drobic, but she couldn't possess a second effort. Caroline McCory is your starting keeper here for the Sailors in this first round of the Chassa State Playoffs. Through ball is going to be chased down. The Sailors able to swarm a little bit and slow it down. It's near side now, and Delaney Moon couldn't handle it. However, it is going to be taken by Molly Brown to Moon. And Moon will serve it near side to the sideline where Lucy Wilson takes over. Cuts it back to the middle of the field. Still about 15 yards deep in her own half of play. The Sailors waiting for their first offensive go of it in the attacking third. However, they are controlling well in their own half. Tony Wilson again near sideline. And she gets wrapped up there. No call on it. Molly Brown steps in and fires one up the field. She connected with Megan Salyer there. Now a run from Michelle Coley. She's in behind the D. Nice job to at least get an angle on it. Tries to keep it alive on the far sideline. Eventually rolls out of bounds. Throwing coming up for the Hornets. And they're deep in their own half. Nice job though from the Sailors. A little bit of a miscommunication from that right and left center back for the Hornets. They both thought the other was going to grab the ball, and Michelle Coley nearly had a run at it. Sailors with this, trying to push forward somewhat. Ball is going to be sent and knocked down. Nice job from Hendrickson, taking that out of the air. She finds Hinkle, and in the early portion you can see that Lucy Wilson making sure that Hinkle won't escape too quickly. It's going to be worked by Rand again. She gets it back to Cindy Graham, and Cindy Graham will just turn and fire it along further to Caroline McCory, top of her 18. McCory swings the ball out near side. Finds Delaney Moon as the Sailors build from the back. Comes up to Courtney Vargas now. A little chip up to Lucy Wilson. Wilson tries to get one past the defender. Can't do so successfully, and it will be a throw in for Pueblo County just in front of their own bench. Steamboat's on that far sideline. Pueblo County on the near in terms of benches. So, again, just a little different factor. Not that it's going to be that much of an issue. I suppose substitutions would be a little bit different here. Here comes Lucy Wilson. Run up this right wing. She's going to try and get by the last defender. Good tackle there. And the Hornets are able to clear. Keegan Rand steps into the ball, however. Nice job working that and reading where it was coming. Intercepting for a moment. But here comes the chip through. And already we got Cindy Graham back. One-on-one against Hinkle. Hinkle cuts to the middle of the field here. Opens up the lane. Tries to let one fly. And that one hits the outside. This one. 35-13 left and ticking down in what is a scoreless game here from Pueblo County High School. McCory will set this one up in the middle of her six, surveying options upfield. Swings it far side, connects there, and the Sailors are away. It's going to be worked outside by Drobic. Finds a mark, and the Sailors are going to try for that left flank again, but it's a nice job from Pueblo County. Knocking that one down, however, running into a lane is Keegan Rand, and she can't, well, they say she does keep it alive. What an effort there from Keegan Rand at the sideline, making a nice play, getting just enough hips around to keep that ball alive. Michelle Coley takes over for Steamboat. Coley tries a little chip through here over the head of Salyer. Comes down to Pueblo County. Wilson trying to just aim a little bit. Salyer comes in and support. And nice jump there from Courtney Vargas. Vargas can come right up the middle of the field, slows things down a little bit, gets it to Rand. Keegan Rand near side, going to go for a long ball, looking for a through. Goes off the Pueblo County defender. They do keep it alive on the near side. Turned upfield again by the Hornets, and they try to attack. A long through ball attempt is going to come down to Sydney Graham. Chips him forward to Delaney Moon. Moon trying to go back to the middle of the field, but Hinkle is there. She quickly resets it to her back line. Intercepted pass by Drobic. Becomes a Steamboat possession. Drobic on the far side. Ends up getting this one and just kicking it out of bounds. A throw in now for Pueblo County from the far sideline, just about 5 yards deep on that Hornets side of things. Tosses down quick. Nice intercept again from the Sailors. Salyer trying to get it to Vargas. She collides with a gal there. Two of them will regain their feet. relative haste, and it's going to be a throw, and it looks like they will give that one to the Steamboat Sailors, saying that it went off the defender last. Sailors toss him up to the sideline. It's Salyer who's going to try to contend for it. One of the 7 seniors for Steamboat here, hoping that this is not their last game of their high school career. It's going to be a throw-in now, just a few feet off the end line for your Steamboat Sailors. And it looks like Buchanan's going to be the one to take it. Tosses into Drovic, gives it back to Buchanan, cuts away from the defender, but it looks as though it's going to be out of bounds off the Steamboat player before that cut move happened. So it will be, no, they're saying offsides actually. So offsides will bring this one back, and it'll be a free kick for Pueblo County. 32:53 left, ticking down. 0-0 score here from Pueblo County High School. Good little challenge there, a little bit too much, in fact, from Grace Drovic, and so that becomes a whistle and a foul. Free kick here for the Hornets, donning their green and yellow uniforms. From the far sideline now, big service up to that midfield line. It's going to be headed along further. I think that was Hinkle who was in there, but the Sailors do take it back on the 50-50, and eventually it's worked to Molly Brown. Brown gets it back to Lepori, and Caroline Lepori will just turn to the near side, squaring up and going right up the middle of the field. Hinkle nearly read that one, except it did get through, and here's Keegan Rand. Rand going to make a pass to the middle of the field. Nice job there. Dragon foot was Molly Hendrickson, and she got it just enough to turn it back to the Steamboat side of things. And your Sailors will have to again retreat deep in their own half of play. Sydney Graham almost just kind of out-dribbled herself there, it looked like, and she eventually was forced to just kick one out of play. A deep throw in here for Pueblo County. And the Hornets, once again, got a deja vu play. A nice defensive effort from Delaney Moon sliding out. Great toss, comes in, it's worked upfield, and there's Courtney Vargas reading that one well, getting it into Lucy Wilson. A little overlap play of sorts. Wilson now reverses course with the ball, switches the pitch to the far side. Rochelle Coley tried to run into it, ends up at the feet of Megan Salyer. Salyer with a long through ball. Here's a foot race, and Rochelle Coley looks like she doesn't have quite the gas to get there. Good body positioning, and then she's scooped up by Amanda Carlo. Carlo, the starting keeper here for Pueblo County. Kicks one away. It's going to be Drovic, who chests that one down, at least initially getting the touch, but it's taken back by Pueblo County High School. Good challenge here in the big circle now. The Hornets do continue to possess. This is Henriksen again. 2 Henriksens. No, I'm just misreading it. It is Henriksen. There's just one of them. No, Molly. Aha, I was right. Molly and Allie Henriksen. I was like, I thought there was another one out there. I was
You're saying that name a lot.
So the 2 sisters here for Pueblo County High School. Playing well. There's Allie Henriksen. Far side gets dispossessed. Sailors have it. They'll work it to the middle of the field here, but eventually Pueblo County comes in and will just work one up to Hinkle. Settling in the big circle. She's going to try and turn it up and look for a long through ball. Unsuccessful in her bid to do that. Cindy Graham on the near side, off for an out of bounds throw and come up for Pueblo County High School. Well, they say it went off of actually a Hornet player last, so the Sailors will take this one. 30 minutes and change remaining here in the first half of play. A 0-0 game. KTYB 105.7. Ball's going to be contended for at the midfield line. Courtney Vargas takes it and works it back to Delaney Mean. Moon now pushes it along further to Sydney Graham. She'll switch the pitch to the far side. Finds Brown. Continues it along further. And the Sailors are up on that far side. Buchanan leading the way. Gets it to Drovic. Drovic on a nice through ball. Tries to find Coley in behind the defender. She did so. And Rochelle Coley's up the left wing. Trying to stop up and looking to serve one in. She gets free. Rochelle Coley serves it. She's got Salyer. Touches. Big save. Rebound still free. And eventually put back on the goal. But another stop. It's free just outside the crease. And eventually it's put home for Sailors. Get the 1-0 lead. A beautiful effort there from Rochelle Coley to start the playoff. And Steamboat takes a 1-0 lead here with 29:39 left in this first half of play. Is that Rochelle who finished it as well? I believe she may have been that last gal in. It looked as though Amanda Carlo had it for a moment. What a pair of saves there from Carlo just to keep it out initially. But she couldn't quite hang on to it. It comes free inside the 6, and Coley, that last gal in for Steamboat, able to tuck it home. And Steamboat Springs with the lead here. Your Sailors on top 1-0 in the first round of the playoffs. Now that's a big one for Steamboat. They made a long trip down here to Pueblo County High School. That's 4.5, 5-hour bus ride, maybe even more depending on weather. And when you look at it, it kind of gets everyone excited. It can definitely shake off some of that rust you may have been feeling early on in the game. And the Sailors I'm getting excited on that, hoping that they can continue to press here. Pueblo County High School trying to do just the opposite and look to come back their way, but a pass just behind the intended target becomes a throw-in for Steamboat. And that toss is possessed by Pueblo for a moment, taken back by your Sailors, and Delaney Moon has this. Works inside to Courtney Vargas. Tries to switch the pitch, no one home for Steamboat. Nice body positioning from the Hornets defensive line. She'll try and work around. There's Vargas with a good little tackle. It's help from Buchanan. Buchanan tries to come into this one with a second touch on it. Couldn't do so. It's taken back, and now it's again by Pueblo County's back line. 28:34 left and ticking down here. 1-0 lead. As Steamboat's able to go on top behind the goal from Rochelle Coy. At least that's what we're thinking. We're pretty certain. We're at least 99% sure. Work outside of Buchanan, and she's going to try to pick up that left wing once again for your Steamboat Sailors. They are left to right here on KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com, and you can, of course, watch this one on the YouTube channel as well. And Keegan Rand, who works it up the middle of the field to Courtney Vargas. Quickly one-touch pass. Finds Drobic. Long through ball from Drobic. Too much on that. And Grace Drobic is going to have to calm down just a little bit. She did have the lane there, but just couldn't quite connect. It will be a throw-in for Pueblo County deep in their own end as the Sailors try to push up here and cause a turnover. 27:38 left. 1-0 score. Your Sailors on top here in this first round of the Chassa State playoff. Service comes in. Nice job elevating there by Molly Henriksen. It does skip into the 18, but it'll be cleared out by Pueblo. Nice job there from the Hornets girls. And now Hinkler tries to get all the way back and get involved defensively. Sailors do take over again, though. Delaney Moon will try and work this one upfield, and eventually there's a foul call. And good area to have that whistle blow. Megan Salyer was pushed from behind there. That'll be a free kick for Steamboat. They're just about 5 yards out from the top of the 18. So we'll see if the Sailors can cause some offense here. 26:56 left in the first half. Looks like it's indirect. We're going to have a 4-gal wall in front for the Hornets. Coley out there to touch this one off, and it looks like that maybe Wilson to take it. No, it's Moon. Moon shoots one on goal. Carlo, again, struggling initially to hang on to that, but Amanda Carlo able to fall on the rebound with a few Steamboat Sailors gals right in the vicinity had she not been able to. So early on, good testing from the Sailors. We'll see if they can continue to press forward either in case that rebound does come free again. Molly Brown now midfield, eventually taken down. Whistle blows, foul, free kick. And the Sailors will have this one right at that midfield line. 26:18 remaining here in the first half of play. I want to thank Yampa Valley Bank, Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, and homeowner's friend. The big circle, dispossession, and it's back the other way as Pueblo has this one. The Sailors try to chase him down. Sydney Graham catches up to the gal, and eventually it's scooped up by Caroline McCoy. What hustle there from Sydney Graham. Good effort by Rosamund Weimer, who was trying to get free, but unsuccessful, and good to do so. She was in behind the D, but they were able to catch up. Great hustle there. And the Sailors avoid what could have very well been a great chance for Pueblo to tie things up. Do want to thank the Corner Slice, celebrate the Sailors with good food, fun, and friends in Old Town Square, downtown Steamboat. Also Mountain View Car Wash, up in the Sailors cleaning competition between Town and McDonald's on Highway 40. Sailors back their way again offensively. However, Vargas is going to be challenged and eventually pushed off the ball by Molly Henriksen. And it's worked up the midfield line by Pueblo. Once again, long through ball. This one will be chased down by Sydney Graham. Once again, she couldn't come up with the ball, however, chance. And the shot just wide there. Again, Rosalind Weimer was in behind the D. It will be a goal kick. Before we have that, those substitutions for your Sailors. 24:56 remaining here in this first half of play. Trying to get a number out of that. Is it Riley? No, it's Sloan.
Yeah.
Sloan Russell checking in for your Steamboat Sailors. Here's LaCory. Doesn't like her initial option. Now she's going to go right up the middle of the field, and it's intercepted as well. County trying to come up and force some offense here. Shot is going to go wide, but LaCory chases it down with Pueblo County girls in the vicinity, and she does pick that ball off the turf. 24:26 remaining. 1-0 score. Your Sailors on top here on KTYV 105.7. Beautiful moves there from Delaney Moon. Works it upfield to Drobic. Drobic tries to get free, eventually forced to pass it back to Moon. She does control in the big circle, eventually shoves a gal down there as they just collided. And Moon is not one to go down easily. Worked up by Salyer. Her pass up that left wing, going to go off the defender and out of bounds. Throw in for Steamboat. Rochelle Coley watches on as Molly Brown comes in to take it for your Sailors. Brown with a long ball attempt trying to find Vargas. Knocked out of the air, however, by Molly Henriksen, who's been all over the field here so far in early stages defensively. Looks like she's that holding midi as well. Once again, Molly Henriksen swing and miss on that one. She's able to get it away from Lucy Wilson, however, who's trying to make a run. Wilson switches the pitch. That one intercepted, put forward, but Brown is there in the lane to again take it back for your Sailors. Only 3.5 left in this first half of play. Steamboat on top, 1-0 against Pueblo County. Ball works through to Courtney Vargas. Cuts near side, looks for a through ball. Trying to find Wilson. Nice job to come to that one. Lucy Wilson works it up to the top of the 18 and eventually goes a little bit behind Megan Salyer, and it's put the other way by a Pueblo defender. Nice job there from the Hornets. Gets this one on, and trying to chase it down. Shoulder to shoulder with Hinkle. Graham gives it back to Lepori, back to Graham. That one intercepted though. Pueblo nearly trying to turn this one around and find offense, but Keegan Rand is going to sweep in to make a nice defensive play and calm things down somewhat for your Sailors. Rochelle Coley up that far sideline once again. Steamboat left to right here on 105.7. We want to thank Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Call Russell's at 879-1515. Also, Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more. Offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. This is going to be worked in by Delaney Moon. Moon gives it to Russell and inside to Wilson. Nice job from Wilson. Great body positioning there. Opens up the lane, tries to take it up this right attack slot. Now stops on the ball, tries to work her way through a number of defenders, still has it. Eventually passes back to Keegan Rand. Rand, another one of the 7 seniors here. Trying to battle her way through, but a nice job from Pueblo, turning it the other direction. There's Hinkle. Hinkle's going to try and attack this, and she's looking for the service on the through ball. And a good-looking ball there. That nearly finds Weimer. Weimer does chase it down near side. Sorry, that is Nina Ferris. Ferris is the one up. I thought that was Weimer who was in that slot, so my apologies. But it's going to be kicked away from her, and a throw-in coming up for Pueblo County. Ferris will take this one, the junior, here for Pueblo County High School. 21:39 left in this first half of play, still 1-0. Your Sailors on top in the first round of the state playoffs in 2019. This is Lucy Wilson looking off the field of play. Works it to the middle, finding her mark. That's Drobic. Drobic just continues to switch the pitch. Molly Brown will run into it on the far sideline. Brown works it up to Rochelle Coley, keeps it alive. Her pass intercepted, however, as the Hornets were swarming there defensively, pun fully intended. Again, we worked on the far side, and Rochelle Coley, nice dispossession, great tackle. Worked up again to Megan Salyer. Reverses course with a fancy play. Looking to get it to Rochelle Coley. Great cut back in the nutmeg. Rochelle Coley taken down from behind, no whistle. And that one, of course, is playoff ball, and she's in the 18. A little harder to draw that whistle because you don't want to necessarily give a penalty kick for that, so I'm not too opposed to that whistle being swallowed on that play. 20:48 left here in this first half. A 1-0 lead for your Sailors, and they are finding a little bit more offensive chances. Here's Lucy Wilson trying to help me out and go up for some more offense right on cue, but she's unable to do so. Great job from the Hornets defense, again getting back. This time it was cleared out by Jacqueline Flores. Flores lost the ball and eventually comes near sideline. It's off the Steamboat player last and will become a throw-in for Pueblo County. About halfway through this first half of play now. 1-0 lead, your Steamboat Sailors on top. And Hinkle, you can see where she's gotten her goals. You can already see the talent. Even though the Sailors have done a good job defensively thus far, you see that she's always aware, very athletic stance every time that she is attacking. And some of her through balls as well have looked wonderful. Pueblo County looking to find her again. Nice job from Graham. A little heel kick on that one. Works it up to Vargas. And the Sailors could tail yet another attack here. Worked up to Rochelle Coley. Tries to get there first. Challenges and comes up with it. Coley gets back to Brown. Up the middle of the field to Drobic. She turns upfield, trying to square up for Rochelle Coley. And Coley just gassed. She's made a few runs here in the last few minutes. Has the goal as well for your Sailors. And you can tell that she's just kind of empty right now. She'll have to reset a little bit. 19:27 to go. Good to hear that. 19:27. Some of my favorite drinks come from that year. 1-0 the score. It's going to be a throw on the far sideline for Pueblo County High School. Before that, though, we will get a substitution as Selena Cervantes comes onto the field of play here for the Hornets. Do want to thank UC Health, the Yampa Valley Medical Center, here from everything from altitude sickness to emergencies, so you can get back to your adventures in Steamboat. Also, Chris Puckett at the downtown Edward Jones office. Call Chris at 879-1851 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Looks as though we've got a stoppage on the field of play,
Put
potentially
40 seconds back on!
injury.
Put 20 seconds back on.
Put 40 back on!
40 seconds. 1910.
Yep.
Little adjustment here on the sideline. Not sure what the stoppage was for, but it gives me an opportunity to thank the sponsor. Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. If you have friends coming to town, give them a call, 879-8000. Ask for the Locals Connection discount. And Mountain Mattress and Furniture, located on Loggers Lane, offering the best prices and service without leaving the valley. Shop local. Sleep great. 19:10 left.
I think they want another 20 seconds.
Another 20, so 1930?
Yeah. He said 20 first, then said 40.
Looks like John Hovey's helping out with the numbers game. Glad he made the trek down.
Anything to help out.
Looks like we're all situated now. Is that for? Do we know why that stopped?
He didn't say.
I thought that there was. I thought he kept it rolling during substitutions, but I'm not sure. Maybe an injury, perhaps. 19:20 to go, though. Once again, and it's a 1-0 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. Going to be worked up to the near side. Randy Moon runs into the ball. That one, however, is going to be taken by Pueblo. Work the other direction. And here comes Melina Ferris. Ferris, nice little run up this near side. And Steamboat. Nice move from Ferris. Opens up the lane. By Graham now. Great tackle. Sidney Graham reaching in and saying enough's enough on that run. Lifts it up to Delaney Moon, who is once again rotated to the normal right attack slot. Megan Salyer, beautiful feed right up the middle. Rochelle Coley in behind the defense. Oh, I'm not sure I agree with that one. We'll have to go to the tape. Just kidding, we can't do that. But an offside. Nonetheless, brings this ball back. 18.5 minutes left. 1-0 to score. The Sailors are on top with a Rochelle Coley goal, and she was in behind the deep end, apparently prematurely at that. Pueblo County work it up the middle of the field. They find Hinkle, and she'll get it to her back line, work near side, intercepted by Lucy Wilson, finds Delaney Moon. Moon stops up on the ball, gives a nice little pass to the middle of the pitch, and finds Courtney Vargas with an in the big circle and across that midfield line. Vargas didn't realize there was a gal coming from behind. Now it's going to be worked up to Rochelle Coley again into the 18-foot race. Cuts back. Coley shoots. What a save there. Carlo just in the right place at the right time. Gets the right foot on it. Looks as though we will have a corner kick. 1-0 score. Rochelle Coley trying to add to her goal total on the day. Can't do so successfully, but we do have that corner kick as promised from the far side. Again, your Sailors left to right on 105.7. Looks as though it's going to be Salyer who will take this for Steamboat. Perhaps. I thought I saw number 7 going over there. I may be wrong. 17:27 left here in the first half of play. 1-0 lead for Steamboat regardless. There's a swarm of 4 different Sailors right in front. So here comes Carlo. Will kick that one up to her hand and eventually gather it in. She will trot to the top of her 18 here. So, good opportunity for Coley. Turns into a set piece as well, but the Sailors unsuccessful in challenging on frame. Even Rand sure I agree with that. Rand was going shoulder to shoulder. She gets the call, so I'm not going to complain. But it is playoff soccer here.
It is a contact sport.
It is. I mean, there's some contact allowed there. It doesn't mean someone falls over before it should be this. Quick restart there. Knocked down out of the air. Nice job getting the lane by Rosalind Weimer. Weimer goes up the field trying to find Hinkle. Trying to step over by Sloan Russell. Great second effort from Lucy Wilson. You can see she's trying to kind of at least be aware of where Hinkle is on the field. You have to be with the player that scored 33 goals throughout the course of the season. Unbelievable numbers there. Over 2 goals a game. I don't really do math that well, but I'm pretty sure it's over 2 goals a game. And it's worked up now as we've got 16-14 left in the first half of play. 1-0 lead for Steamboat, still on a Rochelle Coley goal earlier in this first stanza. We've got a throw-in on the far sideline. Pueblo County High School to take it. Want to thank Yampa Valley Bank. Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, contractor's choice, and a homeowner's friend. This ball comes right off the defender for Steamboat, out of bounds again. Toss comes back into the middle of the pitch here. It'll be taken by the Hornets. And the clearing attempt up that right side for them is going to again carry them off the defender. This time, however, a little deeper on their own half over the midfield line, about 5 yards back from that said midfield. And we will have another toss for Pueblo County. It's a quick one at that, 50-50 ball. It turns into a Steamboat possession. Worked in the middle of the field there, Sophie Leeson. Overran the ball initially. She's checked into the game. Ball worked up near side. Wilson steps into that. Nice job. Finds Delaney Moon, and Moon just had to kind of get away from it on that. Always a danger with the ball, but this time it just kind of caroms away. You can't be perfect. No one is. 15:07 left, and ticking down in the first half. 1-0 lead. Lollipop ball to the top of the 18. Hinkle dangerously into the 18 there, contending. Worked outside. Pueblo County trying to attack. Nice job getting in the lane. I think that was Molly Brown out there. And then the Sailors do end up with possession. They'll work up the left wing. Great job cutting that one down, though, by Allie Henriksen. She gets it to the middle of the field. And Pueblo tries to attack once more. Hornets turning, working it up, trying to find Hinkle, unsuccessful in their bid to do so. Work the other direction. Rochelle Coley steps into the ball, tries for a through of her own. Couldn't find Salyer with it. Comes to the back line of the Pueblo County defense. And they'll work it back up again, and the Hornets are on the attack. Leah Ferris up that far side, able to connect with that, and here's opportunity. Service into the box. That one cleared out by Keegan Rand, but it's still bouncing around to the 18. Second effort from your Sailors, and they do clear. Steamboat tries to take this one up as Drovic will lead the way. Drovic tries to get it by the defender for a second effort. She does so. Up the near side, Delaney Moon. Moon trying to turn the Jets on. Goes shoulder to shoulder. Oh, almost. She had stopped up. If she had taken one more stride, she would have been in behind. Moon, though. Great effort on the Wolf play there, coming up from behind. A little trail tackle. Ram spins, plays the ball from the ground, and the referee deems that we will play on as Pueblo County has this and clears it up. Sloan Russell puts it right back to the offensive half of your Sailors. Into the big circle it goes off the defender for Pueblo. Works far side, and Steamboat has it. Drovic will take this, switching the pitch to the far side, trying to find Coley with it. Comes to Salyer, one touch to Coley. And she's up the left wing again to the top of the 18. Here comes Rochelle Coley. She's going to cut back. Good play from Rochelle. Comes outside and back to Rochelle again. Worked in. Here's Salyer with the left foot. And, just wide of the goal frame. Megan Salyer nearly had that one dribble in for the second goal for your Sailors, but with 13:05 to go, it'll be a goal kick instead. Delaney Moon was right there as well, very nearly able to touch that one home. She would have had an open frame to. All she had to do was get in the way on that one. Just couldn't quite get there in time. Still 1-0 lead for your Sailors, and now we do see Harlow stepping off and letting the defender take these goal kicks for her. Pueblo County now. Going to take this. It's going to be Hinkle, who is looking for help. Doesn't get a whole lot of it. Works it outside far sideline. Nice job from Pueblo County trying to find some offense for your Sailors. Negate that. We'll turn it back their direction. I mean, Salyer's pass is not going to go. It's intercepted by a defender who gets back for the girls in green. Worked up that far side, and it looks to be your Steamboat Sailors and Sydney Graham who got there first. They'll find the court. On the sideline now, Steamboat working it up. But the through ball from Brown goes to nobody except for John Russell on the far side of the track. He's not part of the team. Throw in for Pueblo County, 12:04 left. A 1-0 score, your Sailors on top here in half number one. Do want to thank the Corner Slice. Celebrate the Sailors with good food, fun, and friends in Old Town Square, downtown Steamboat. Also, Russell's Auto Salon Premier full-service auto body shop. We always meet by accident. Call Russell's at 879-1515. Ball worked up the far side again. Headed back to the middle of the pitch. And Steamboat has it. Pueblo has it. Not sure where my head was at on that one. This is the Hornets with possession. It's going to be Melina Ferris. Tries to work it in. Nice service attempt, but better defensive play from Molly Brown getting his body position. And she clears it out, but not too far. Brown gets it again. Karen's off her and out. And so throw in deep in Steamboat territory for the Pueblo County Hornets. 11:15 left. Toss comes in. Sailors have it for a moment. Drovic works it up with some help. Michelle Coley is there. Coley works it inside the Moon. There are some numbers here for Steamboat, a little 2-on-2 of sorts. There's trying to get back. Delaney Moon works it out. Beautiful play. Rochelle Coley runs into it. Into the 18. Turns inside again. Rips one to the back of the net. Rochelle Coley makes a 2-0 game. Your Steamboat Sailors on top with both goals coming from the foot of number 4, Rochelle Coley. What a play from Delaney Moon, though. She had that defender on a string and made her bite over to the middle of the field, opening up a wide open lane for Rochelle Coley to take that one in. She cuts back and tucks one home with the right foot. We're not used to seeing her use her right foot on this year. We've seen more lefties than anything, but Coley was able to tuck one home. 10:55 to go and a 2-0 lead. Your Sailors on top as the restart comes quick. Lucy Wilson steps into her ball. Gets that one up to Salyer. Quickly up now to Sophie Leeson. Tries to push it forward. Couldn't find Delaney Moon. Ball is out of play. Throwing Steamboat. Megan Salyer will just leave this one off for Lucy Wilson. And she'll take this as she gets guidance from the center official as to where he'd like to see that thrown in from. 10:28 left. Closing in on the final quarter of this first half. It's about the extent of my math, so don't expect anything else. 2-0 score. Lucy Wilson with it. She's going to try and go for a little bit of a longer ball. Up the near side, finds Salyer. Looked to volley it out of the air, but couldn't quite get hips around it, and it does become a goal kick here for Pueblo County High School. Amanda Carlo will again just step off as Marion Naylor will step in lieu of Carlo to take this goal kick as we tick down to the final 9:55 of this first half. Want to thank Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Also, UC Health, the Infant Valley Medical Center, here for everything from altitude sickness to emergency, so you can get back to your adventures in Steamboat. On the far sideline, Coach Aaron Early will stop that ball short of hitting the water bottles down for your Sailors girls soccer squad, and they will have it thrown, and Steamboat possesses. Sloan Russell works it back to Lepori, has to settle with the right foot. Turns, squaring up and finding the foot of Sydney Graham. Graham taken down in the process of losing the ball. That one's a playoff play. Shot from range. Going to go wide, but Lepori's out to scoop it up, and she had plenty of time to get behind that ball. 9:09 left, and Lepori's to the top of her 18. Kicking this one forward. 2-0 score. Your Sailors on top. They're trying to earn a berth in a quarterfinal matchup on Saturday. They play the winner of Here's a chance. Delaney moves into the 18, loses the ball. Great tackle there. Following up a shot off the bar, stays out. Drovic nearly drove it home. It's still in the 18 and finally cleared by Pueblo County High School. What a shot from Grace Drovic. We don't see her wind up a lot, but she nearly went far down. Ball is going to be taken by Lucy Wilson. Works up the near sideline to Salyer. One-touch play to Leeson. Leeson going to try and get one to the middle of the pitch. Intercepted, however, by Pueblo County High School. And the Hornets find Hinkle. Turns the corner and tries to work it up the field. See some speed here from Hinkle. She's going to be quadruple teamed. And eventually ran out of real estate as Sydney Graham was the one to take it from her. Sophie Leeson in the vicinity of that pass in the big circle. She does come up with possession. Tries to work it far side. And pushes it that way with the right foot. Looks like Pueblo County is going to just kick this one up the sideline. It stayed alive for a moment, becomes a throw-in for the Hornets, however, as it went off the defender last. Substitutions here for your Sailors. Looks as though that might be Pedix. 7:50 to go. At the end of the season, it's a lot easier for me to start keying in on different factors of the girls to see who is who. Still not perfect with it all, but I can tell you that Sydney Graham usually has the brightest shoes. Lily Armstrong contends for that title, however, night in and night out. Ball work near side. Turns off of a Pueblo County girl, and eventually again, it's going to come to Megan Salyer. Great little play there to Delaney Moon. Looks upfield. She's got an overlap, and again, it's going to be Felix. Nice play out there from Corey Felix. Gets it to the outside, and Moon couldn't quite chase it down, but a good block process. 7:12 on the clock now. 2-0 lead. Your Sailors on top. Ball comes near side. First half of play here in the first round of the playoffs against Pueblo County High School. Here from Pueblo County. What did it take you, Steve? It took me about 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
A long time to sit in the car. Sloan Russell works it out the field of play. Imagine being in a bus. Worked up now to midfield line. Corey Pedix tries to run into that one. Couldn't quite chase it down. Turned upfield, however, she gets some support on our sideline. It's going to be taken by the Sailors for a moment, and Riley Hodges kicks it off of the defender and out, so it comes to Steamboat throwing. Hodges from the far side with 6:28 to go in the first half and a 2-0 Steamboat lead. Passes into Drovic, gives a quick pass up to Coley. She keeps it alive for a moment at least, and then eventually does go off a Pueblo player and out to see another deja vu play here in terms of throwing it in. Steamboat will find the foot of Sidney Graham on it. Again, it was Hodges who took the toss. Here's Graham, works it up, looking for Leeson. Steps into a ball, makes a play at it, gives it back to Graham. Sidney Graham cuts away from a defender for a moment, but nice job there, not getting up on the play by Lauren Lee. And here comes another throw in for Steamboat. Sailors are pushing once again here in the final 6 minutes of play in the first half. Hornets just kind of hanging on. They've tried to dig in defensively, but really haven't found too much offense as of late. Sailors just riding the wave of emotion here off 2 goals by Rochelle Coley. Cindy Graham works it out, trying to find Leeson. Too far for her, intercepted by Molly Hendrickson. Right place, right time. Hendrickson with a lofty and ambitious through ball. It's going to be taken by Russell, getting back to Lepori. Up quickly to Wilson. Wilson couldn't connect initially, but Cindy Graham does have it coming to her. Turned off some players, and it will go out of bounds. Throw in here for Pueblo County once again. 5:11 to go, and ticking down in this first half of play. 2-0 lead. Steamboat Sailors on top. Goals from Rochelle Coley. Comes upfield again. Nice challenge. Immediately there was Drovic. Right in the Pueblo County Mills face there, trying to get the ball. Comes up to sideline, and it'll be Riley Hodges on the overlap. Running into this one. Turns, slows it down, serves it to the top of the 18. Moon couldn't handle it. Cleared out by Pueblo, only so far as the foot of Drovic. There's Drovic. Dangerous pass there. She connected with Russell. Russell gave one away there. Pueblo almost turned it the other direction. Now Venus up that far side, eventually going to have it carry out of bounds. And again, it was a Steamboat player who touched it last. 4:24 to go, and ticking down here in the first half of play. 2-0 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. It is Chassa state playoff action here at Pueblo County High School. I want to thank Chris Puckett at the downtown Edward Jones office. You can call Chris at 879-1851 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Also, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. If you have friends coming to town, give them a call at 879-8000. Ask for the Locals Connection discount. And lastly, but most assuredly not least, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, located on Loggers Lane, offering the best prices and service without leaving the valley. Shop local, sleep great. From range, this shot can skip once, then twice, and into the hands of Caroline Lepori with 3:44 to go in the first half. Lepori will roll this one out as the Sailors build from the back. Gets an immediate one-touch pass right back to her. Steps out beyond the top of the 18. Serves one up to Pedix. And Pedix, that's a long further. Delaney Moon trying to turn and fire the Jets, but it just kind of skipped away from him. Now a follow-up through ball. Rochelle Coley, she's in behind the D, trying to get that hat trick, looking to stop on it, turns, fires, and scores. Rochelle Coley with a hat trick in the first half alone. Making this a 3-0 game. Your Steamboat Sailors are on top. What a play from Phoenix and Delaney Moon, both of them kind of in there on that. A little chip through on the follow-up, but Coley, not really. A great effort to start things in the first half. So there are some technical difficulties here up in the box. Whoa. That's not good. We can reset it at half. Just tell them to be on their whistle. So? Hey, John, tell them it's not turning off, so they're going to have to...
they got it at 3.
Oh, hey, there it is. Clock issues resolved. Heroes here from Pueblo County High School.
3:15. Is it possible?
3-0 score here with your Sailors leading the way. Rochelle Coley, all 3 goals thus far.
Good job.
Okay, thank you.
We've got some substitutions being made. It's Megan Salyer and Lenny Moon's sub out. Willie Armstrong comes in. I'm telling you, see those shoes?
That's right. It's an easy one.
Haley Moss in as well for your Sailors. 3-0 score, 3:15 to go. There's some disgruntled folk in the stands. I think you're doing an excellent job.
Thank you.
Don't you worry. We can only do so much.
Technology.
I want to thank Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC, also Alpine Lumber. Employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, and the homeowner's friend. 3-0 lead for the Sailors. We resume play here as they let it run down a little bit. All works up the field. That one is going to be challenged for by Moss. And a good job from the Sailors getting numbers. They'll work it to the midfield line. Taken back by Pueblo County. In the big circle now, it's going to be possessed by Allie Henderson. She goes back to Jacqueline Flores. Flores, she had a pass that was intercepted before Petix was in the lane. That's in the middle of the field. And there's Leeson. Threw the ball up that left wing. Michelle Coley, already with 3 goals, coming up the left wing herself. Cuts into the 18. She's got some trailers. Coley tried to give it to Moss. And it's going to be taken fire the other direction by a defender from Pueblo County. Great hustle though coming in now on Sydney Grant's part. She works it up to Michelle Coley.
Oh, it's just... What time is it?
Eventually it's going to be cleared.
We need to fix it!
How much time does it work?
It's worked up to Coley Petix. Eventually the middle of the field. Taking the fire near side. And the Sailors will have it as Lily Armstrong possesses.
Where is the ball?
3-0 score.
Oh, he took the battery.
Sophie Leeson turns it into the 18. Drills wide. It looks like we got about a minute left by the center official's time.
I see mine. Now it's like
3-0 score. They're on the center official's clock here. It looks like you said about a minute, but I wouldn't worry too much on it. They'll whistle it down. Don't listen to the fans. They never know what they're talking about, though they think they do. We're going to have a goal kick here. Substitutions for Pueblo County. We're getting closer and closer to halftime. Steamboat with a 3-0 lead. Michelle Coley with all the goals here thus far for your Sailors. And both teams, in fact. Long through ball. Going to be knocked out of the air by Melina Ferris. Ferris up that far side. She's a player. Melina Ferris. Just a junior here for this Pueblo County high school team. She's got some wheels. She already made a really long run earlier in the half. And a throw-in coming up here for Pueblo County High School. Tosses in for the Hornets. Within 60 seconds of the whistle for half, worked up the near side. Knocked out of the air by Lily Armstrong. She turns near side and eventually feeds it back to Lucy Wilson. To Armstrong once again, tries to square up off that play. It's going to be turned the other direction. Steamboat now takes it back with Lucy Wilson. Firing it up to Lily Armstrong. Whistle blows, and the first half is in the books. 3-0 your score here from Pueblo County High School. I'm Vlad Chase. This is your Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 1057. We are online as well at steamboatradio.com.
I'm sure this guy's got it on his watch.
They do.
talking about driving 4.5 hours. I used to live in LA. I had to drive from Fontana to LA Airport. That's 60 some miles. During the holidays, it would take me close to 3.5 to 4 hours.
That is the worst. I'll tell you what, my friend lived in Denver for a little bit, and this is not even the same ballpark as LA, right? But he's like, I had 3 miles to go to work, and it took me 45 minutes.
Oh,
right? Rush hour. He's like, I work in Craig now, and it takes me 45 minutes to go 42 miles.
yeah, I would start with being on the 405, 5, to 60. You know, I mean, you get off side streets, get back on the freeway. It's like,
That's a nightmare. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, it's like when I had it that day,
Are we resolved? We're good to go?
Well, what happens is, it's an old system. So we're trying to look at NFHS. NFHS has to score the clock hours to get the cable. So she was trying to get, the lady who was kind of running this, trying to get NFHS to get logged in. So they did something on their end, which kind of overrode what we were doing here. So I told her just unplug the cable and we'll just score.
We do that a lot. Just reboot it.
Yeah, right.
Take the batteries out.
Yeah. Okay.
Calm down, Larry.
We're not trying to start.
We're stopping the clock. We're definitely. So they did a good job of coming back on that. I have a break in that.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Not nice when you blame me. That's the last time I saw you. That was just
Nightmare.
obstructed view. And the big
Doesn't help.
But that too. We were losing 5-0. This is a nice official size here.
Yeah. That's all it
The width, yeah. That helps.
No, get over here. Now, hurry up. One. Faster. Get off there.
I'll go.
I was thinking that would
It makes more sense.
Once you get the super game back, I think that's fine. Had some spring snow around here.
Right.
Yeah, it's foggy.
Well, it didn't snow too much when I was going over it, which it probably was on and off throughout,
Yeah.
but like east side of Eisenhower,
Yeah.
it was snowing,
Yeah,
and it was
that was
clear
the
on
worst
the
of
west.
it. It's like, okay, just send.
But it never cleared up. I mean, it like
No.
turned to rain, but
It's kind of cool. As soon as I got off of 25, so I'm going this way, it cleared up.
yeah.
My parents say thanks. They can see it really well and hear it really well.
Really?
All right.
Last
Yeah.
girl. Got it right in the playoffs.
What's that?
So we got it right in the playoffs.
That's awesome.
For now.
It's not over yet.
Right, I know. But
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Say hi to them. They're on there right
What was I going to say? so great.
It's nerve-wracking.
What's that?
It's kind of nerve-wracking to watch.
Sure, but it's...
I don't know if I'm even getting on this.
That's what Patty said. I was like, Patty, I said, are you going to the game? She said, no, but I'll watch it if Steve can be calm enough to like keep it in view.
I got it together.
You got it together.
Yeah.
Did you have fun on the trip though?
Oh yeah, it's Florida. The water was like 75 degrees. You know, white sand, beautiful.
Did you just relax? And...
Oh yeah, just lay on the beach all day. We had a place on the beach.
Oh.
28 rooms. I mean 28. They can sleep 28. So it's
that was the So did her brother come? Then he came.
Yeah, there was about 22 of us.
Oh good.
Yeah.
Oh good.
But it was 4 floors high. And we had like this overlook at the top. We watched Kentucky Derby in there.
That's
pretty
cool.
Pretty swanky. There was so many people. It wasn't ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, right. If you have that many people.
Yeah, it was good. It was really fun.
That's sweet. Oh good. I'm glad she went.
She's kind of stressed.
She what?
She's a little stressed.
Oh, I bet. That's what we were driving her home last night. She said, because Ellery drove. Did you hear that? Because Molly was behind us, and I was like, you want to see this ride? Anyway, give her a ride, and she said, I just have so much more to do.
You know, it's sports. You know, it's way more important than school, right?
Absolutely.
Playoff sports.
100%.
Riley, is this, can anybody hear? No,
They get.
That's what I was saying to Riley today, because she missed all, from skiing already. But she's like, it's so good. Anyway, so.
Actually, nobody's watching, so.
The one view is actually us.
It's right there.
Oh, sweet. It turned sideways.
It went away.
Why don't you turn the camera around and film yourselves for a while?
YouTube.
Who's the poor clock guy, though? That's hilarious. The boys, the high school kids were like, Larry the clock, Larry the clock. They were calling him Larry the ref. They're like, Larry the clock. And they kept harassing him after he kept doing that.
I'm pretty sure they're all going to have it on their wrist this time.
They're what?
They'll all have it on their wrist this time.
Yeah, right. That's funny, though. Alrighty.
Yeah, we'll see you after the game.
Good work.
Oh, yeah.
The real accent.
Yeah, buddy. You and me both.
I have sat in enough cold weather baseball games this year.
That's not fun.
Steamboat and baseball. Do they have baseball?
Yeah,
We do.
They,
You usually don't have any home games.
Yeah.
Or maybe one set.
I think they have a home game.
When our kids were 13, 14, we switched to go every summer, but the tournament they have up there. It's a cool place, different ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They still have it. It's huge.
That's gotta be awesome.
It is, yeah. It's
Steamboat's beautiful.
a good deal.
Got it.
I can do worse baseball.
Our counselor has two boys graduated here, play baseball for us, but live in Steamboat. They were done with this.
Oh, yeah.
Good kids. They love it up there.
Oh, yeah.
What was it, about 5 hours to get here?
4.5-ish.
Yeah.
4.5, 5.
Not too bad.
Rich, you guys must have just drove straight through.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
come Highway 9?
No, I did 25.
Yeah. I thought of it. I'm doing that way. I don't like it.
Well, it's that way.
Yeah.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Just about set for the beginning of second half action here on KTYB 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com, or you can go to the YouTube page, look at Steamboat Radio, or look for Steamboat Radio, and it'll be right up top. I think we've got at least one, well, I know we have at least one viewer out there. That's not Steve. So, we got to preview and make sure that everything that we're putting out is doing it for the viewers. After the first half of play, Rochelle Coley has a hat trick, and that is where your goals are at. 3-0 lead for the Steamboat Sailors. They are donning their away kits. That means it's white with red numbers. It looks like Lepori is going to again be in there for the Sailors, at least for the beginning of the second half. 40 minutes on the clock. Pueblo County is going to kick this one away with 3-0 lead. Your Sailors head into the second half of this first round of the CHASA 2019 state tournament here at Pueblo County High School. They've been nothing but generous to us up here. The clock workers have done an excellent job, contrary to everything that the fans try to tell them. But I don't think they listen, because they know they're doing great work. It's going to be worked up far side. Some collisions, bodies flying. It looks like that was Armstrong up that right wing. And she eventually has it kicked away from her. And it'll be a throw-in now for Steamboat. And Salyer will settle with the chest, trying to turn this one upfield. Salyer tries to get around the defender, foul, and a free kick coming up for Steamboat. Just about half a minute in here to this second half of action. Quick, not so quick. It looks as though Sydney Graham's going to take this kick for the Sailors. Keeps it on the ground, trying to find Keegan Rand. She's run into. And eventually, it's Pueblo County who comes up with the ball, and the Hornets try to switch the pitch to the near side. That's intercept there by the lane Moon. Into Rand, up to Coley. One-touch play trying to find Salyer. It's behind her. Intercepted by Pueblo, and they try to come back the other direction. Nice job from Moon, reading the play, though. Stepping into a passing lane and taking it back for Steamboat. Works it up to Sophie Leeson. Leeson turns it back and gives it off to Keegan Rand, and Rand will eventually work it over to Drovic. Foul and free kick. Drovic was wrapped up there by Melina Ferris. And that will cause the whistle. Here is Sydney Graham to take it again. 38.5 minutes to go here in a 3-0 game. Your Sailors are on top against Pueblo County High School. Serves to the top of the 18. Bounces around and eventually cleared back to Grant. Settles with the right foot, kicks it with the left, finding her winger. I think that's actually Vargas who's been moved to that right outside back slot here to start things off. Your Steamboat Sailors in half number 2. Taken now by Hinkle. Hinkle tries to get up near sideline. Overlaps. Looking to be an option for Regal. Nice shot from Sydney Graham. Picked up field, knocked down by Michelle Cole. She's able to nutmeg Hinkle and get it through to Sophie Leeson. In control. Does get back, however, good tackle, gets it over to Drovic, and she's going to wrap her guy up. That should be a foul. It will be a free kick coming up. Grace Drovic trying to plead her case, but we could see that one from here, Grace. 37:43 left. 3-0 lead. Your Steamboat Sailors on top. Looks to be Melina Ferris who will take this free kick. Nope, that's Molly Henriksen. My apologies. Into the top of the 18. Hinkle had it for a moment. Goes back to Henriksen. From range! That punched over the goal by Lepori. Nice shot there from Molly Henriksen. Better save. Oh, are they saying that one was just over the goal? She may have. I thought she did too. It may have caromed off the bar. Maybe she just had the angle on it. It looked like she punched it, but they're giving her a goal kick. Sydney Graham working up to Sophie Leeson. I take it back. Not even a cool save. 36:55 left here. Pueblo gets the ball back. They try to find offense. 3-0 lead. The Sailors on top. First move from Melina Ferris. Serves one into the 18. Scooped up by Caroline Lepori. And she'll just throw this one up that far sideline. And it's really Armstrong with it. Gets around the defender. Puts it to the middle of the field. Taken back by Melina Ferris. A good tackle from Armstrong to get it back again for your Sailors. Steamboat has this one. Megan Salyer turns up the pitch. Now reverses course. Loses the ball. Good tackle from Pueblo. They'll go for the through ball of their own. Trying to find Hinkle in behind the defense. She was early in her case to beat them back there, and it becomes an offsides play. 36:15 left here in this game. Sailors up 3-0. I want to thank Yampa Valley Bank. The Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, contractor's choice, and a homeowner's friend. There's a quarter slice to celebrate the Sailors with good food, fun, and friends. Old Town Square, downtown Steamboat. Steamboat Sailors girls soccer, first round of the playoffs. The boys lacrosse team was able to win yesterday. They took down visiting Jefferson Academy. They'll host another playoff game. A really impressive season has led to the Sailors winning 2 playoff games at home. They play the winner of Green Mountain and Battle Mountain. They play tonight. We will cover that game on Friday. Don't know a game time yet, but it'll either be 4 or 5 o'clock, I'm sure. And then if the Sailors girls soccer team can continue in their ways here for the next 35 minutes and 20 seconds, they would play Saturday, likely in Evergreen, unless there's an upset of pretty good magnitude. The number 30 seed, I don't remember who it is. is playing number 3 Evergreen, so it could be a trip down to the front range. But the Sailors have to complete their task at hand. That is the game against Pueblo County High School. 3-0 lead for Steamboat with Rochelle Coley scoring all the goals. Just under 35 minutes left now. Delaney Moon tries to turn this one up, splits a pair of defenders, but nice job for the girls in green. Service gets through, does not translate to anything as Caroline McCoy was out to play that one. Thrown up, looking for Drovic. Finds Armstrong, settles, keeping it alive. Nice job there. Gets it back to Vargas. Works along to Sydney Graham. Makes a nice little play on the first touch of that ball. Gets by a defender, and the second one is left. Good job getting back for Pueblo. Eventually, his work forward to Sophie Leeson. Switches over to Lily Armstrong to Drovic. Nice ball movement here from the Sailors. Gets it to Megan Salyer. And Salyer fakes one, cuts back against the grain. Trying to open up a shooting lane here, and eventually he's forced to give it back to Drovic. Sends it over to Leeson. Leeson turns at top of the 18, fires one that skips twice, and into the hands of Amanda Carlo. Carlo's to the top of her 18 here, surveying options with 33:50 to go in this game. 3-0 lead for Steamboat. Challenge 4 on the 50-50. Taken by the girls in green. This one is Rosalind Weimer with that. She gets fouled by Drovic, and it becomes a free kick for Pueblo County High School. I want to thank Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank member FDIC, as well as Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, contractor's choice, and homeowner's friend. So I want to thank UC Health, the Yampa Valley Medical Center, here for everything from altitude sickness to emergency, so you can get back to your adventures with Steamboat. Well, Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, tools, rose garden, and more, offering customers knowledgeable advice, self-service, and quality products. Goes in there to challenge. Shot from the core to hang on to that ball. In the big circle now, it's going to be stepped into by Darian Naylor. Naylor can't get it to go. Nice intercept from Drovic. Sailors have it again. Leeson near side to Coley. Rochelle Coley trying to make a nice little move and get the overlapper. There's Delaney Moon. Moon coming in, top of the 18 now. Delaney Moon. Left foot, serves one in, intercepted, and will be pushed back in the direction by Pueblo County. That's an interesting little play there. I can nitpick because we're up 3-0, but you can see that Delaney Moon doesn't quite have the confidence with that left foot that we see Rochelle Coley have. And I'd say Coley probably one of the more confident ones with the left boot. You can see her kind of hesitate. She had a chance to move it into take a shot with the right foot, did not do so, tried to serve it up instead. Again, I'm nitpicking, so I guess I should just stop. Working near side, Rochelle Coley gonna take this one. Probably just keep doing my job, and that's telling you what's going on in the game. 32 minutes to go here from Pueblo County High School. 3-0 lead for the Sailors, worked up the far sideline. Back to the middle of the field. Keegan Rand. Didn't come up with the extended possession, taken back by Pueblo County. Intercepted by Grace Drovic. Switch it out to that far sideline. Lily Armstrong takes it there. Tries to get by a defender, turns off the left leg and out, so it will become a Steamboat throw-in as Presley Hankins was the last one to touch it. Taken by Drovic once again. Into Rand. Hinkle comes in and plays Wolf. Worked back again to Sydney Graham this time. Swings it over to Lucy Wilson. Looks up with 31:21 left and finds Drovic. There's Drovic with the pass behind Lily Armstrong. Just a little miscommunication there between 5 and 6. Becomes a throw-in for Pueblo. Hornets will take this, possessing up the middle of the field to Molly Henriksen. Henriksen just a little further, nice little quick passing, but Drovic again is in a passing lane. Takes this ball back for your Steamboat Sailors. Every attempt goes right off the dome of Rosalind Weimer. Drew ball and a long attempt at that, and he gets it out for offside. Delaney Moon will kick this one back up to Sydney Graham. She's going to take it at the 30 in relation to football field. Man, 29 and a half. 30-30 left in this game. And I'm not talking about an episode of 30 for 30. I stretched for that one. That wasn't quite as good. It wasn't as bad. Here's Megan Salyer taking this one up for Steamboat. Nice tackle there on the back end by Molly Henriksen. she's really been a bright spot here for this Pueblo County High School team. And kind of all over the field in that holding midfield position. Great defensive plays, but she also has displayed some speed at times and really been able to work it out the field with a nice initial pass. Shot from near side. Off the mark will be a goal kick coming up here. Substitutions before we see that, however, as Erica Hines will check back into the game for Pueblo. Just under half an hour left in this one, Pueblo County High School. Looks like Rosalind Weimer will take a breather here. We'll likely see more of her though, as there's plenty of ball hanging remaining. Jonathan by Hinkle, taken by Cindy Graham. You know, for 33 goals on the season, that takes Solar's defense has done an excellent job. Multiplying Hinkle, or at least limiting her chances. You're never going to have a perfect game against someone of that caliber, but they've done a really good job to cut down her chances. Molly Henriksen, she's going to try and clear up that far side. Connects on a pass, it's worked up the middle of the field. Cindy Graham knocks it out of the air. The second chance to turn it back to the middle of the pitch. Tried to get it to Wilson. Ooh. Again, there's Hinkle again. Dangerously pressing, but Wilson will just clear the danger area with the throw-in coming down now for Pueblo with 28:47 left. 3-0 lead, your Sailors on top. Michelle Cole with all the goals thus far. For your girls wearing white uniforms here, the kick is their luck.
By myself over there.
Happy they didn't bring out the third. From this range, that would have been real tough for me to see. Possession for Rosen Green. Took off the far side. Pass though a little too far for Melina Ferris. It was out of bounds. We'll have ourselves throw in for Steamboat deep in their own defensive half. Again, right to left on 105.7 here in this second half of play. 28 minutes on the clock now, a 3-0 lead for Steamboat. Ball work by Pueblo. Try to attack. Numbers, great challenge immediately. Cindy Graham was on Hinkle. Work to big circle. It's as though we got ourselves a foul. Free kick. Steamboat will take this one. Lucy Wilson steps up to take it 5 yards deep in her own half. Surveys her options. Has Graham. Sides for Rand instead. Nope, that's Leeson. I lied to you. Leeson finds Delaney Moon, works into the middle of the field. Moon, nice little pass up to Megan Side, taking it out on a bad shot from the far line. Displeasure in the stands. Free kick coming up for your Sailors. And here is a shot from Delaney Moon. It goes through the uprights, will not count as three. It will become instead a goal kick. Amanda Carlo. So Carlo's again just going to lead this one off though. 26:50 left in the game now. Rochelle Coley has all the goals thus far to this point in the game. 3-0 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. Goal kick for Pueblo. They'll work it near side. And Lauren Lee is that short option trying to build from the back. Nice job from Drobic getting right away. She gets it up to Salyer, gets it off to Coley. She's in behind the last defender. Michelle Coley's having an excellent game. She's had a number of runs. There was one back in that first half. I'd say probably agree with Steve was onside play. She timed it perfectly, but you know it's an imperfect game in terms of officiating. That's 100% understandable. It's one of the toughest ones, especially with the long through balls. You have to try and gauge where the players are and watch the ball as well when it's struck. So nothing at all against the officiating here today. They've done an excellent job. But Coley the point was she's been making great runs. It took me a long time to get there. I got there eventually. This ball comes all the way to the 18. Toss near side to Delaney Moon. 25:47 remaining in this game. So give and go play. And Reese and Foley back to the middle of the field looking for Salyer. Nearly a dangerous kick, but it's taken by Pueblo. They work it upfield. Knocked out of the air by Melina Ferris. Back by Steamboat. Far side is Armstrong at the midfield line. Finds Drobic. Through ball and a good one. Here comes Armstrong running into this. She's got time and space to work with into the 18. Lily Armstrong. The pass finds Leeson. One-touch shot. Wow. Ambitious effort there from Sophie Leeson. And it's going to be gathered in by Amanda Carlo. To the top of her 18, she puts this one upfield. Headed the other direction by Steamboat as Leeson again. Getting back and making a play defensively on the 50-50 ball. Leeson somersaults and continues in the attack. Cuts into the lane there. Funny little play. 25 minutes remaining in this one. Toss comes in for Pueblo. They possess on that far sideline. They're top of Leeson again, who was attacking. And out of bounds. Deja vu here from the far sideline. County tries to attack up the far side. Couldn't do so with possession. Worked off of a Hornets player and out of bounds. Steamboat with a toss just in front of their own bench. Again, if you're just joining us, Steamboat Sailors girls soccer on top 3-0 with Hinkle. With a challenge, she takes it away from Wilson, who quickly regains composure and the ball. It's back to Caroline McCoy. Shows us a one-touch this one upfield. Pops over and attacking Molly Henderson. Taken by Sophie Leeson. The Sailors up 3-0 on goals from Michelle Kohler, all of them in the first half. Sailors in this first round of the Shots to State playoffs trying to advance to a Saturday matchup. I don't want to be mean, but I mean, in terms of seeding, I think Evergreen would be the one to win that matchup. And I think they're playing Cedar Edge or North Edge or something.
Basketball coach said, "Sorry guys, I can't."
I'm probably lying too, so that'd be 23:45 left. Taking the Pueblo again in the middle of the pitch. They'll work it to their back line. Open up some lanes and eventually comes all the way back to Caroline McCory. She's out beyond the 18 and passes to Sydney Graham. Graham works it to Drobic, back to Wilson. Wilson steps up. You can see now the Sailors have that holding mid. Keegan Rand kind of playing back a little bit. They don't want anything to happen behind them. They've only got 23 minutes and change to work with here in the 3-0 lead. They don't have to push up. They don't need to score anymore. All about defense here. You got to focus in on that. But don't let your foot off the gas completely, because that wouldn't be very fun for me to call, right? Steve, it's all about me, isn't it? We want to give a shout out to Steve Vargas. He's done a heck of a job doing our filming throughout the course of the year. Appreciate all the help there on that side of things. So you're going to have a quick substitution, and again, as promised, Rosalind Weimer is checking back into the game here for Pueblo County High School. Looks as though Presley Hankins will take a little bit of a breather on that back end as Weimer comes up, and some movement as Erica Hines has moved to that holding mid position. Back in 30 seconds with more action. This is your Sailors in the playoffs, first round against Pueblo County, up 3-0. This is KTYB 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com. Give myself a chance to take some water.
What a difference from like one.
Whole different reason to take breaks now.
Oh yeah. When is it gonna end? That's it. Yeah.
Well, I have to apologize. I had to step away for a moment, take some water. And while we were away, 4-0 lead, your Steamboat Sailors able to score on a set piece. There was a foul on the far sideline, and Lucy Wilson just served up an absolutely cheeky one. And Megan Salyer, after Carlo was unable to hold on to the initial service into the 18, able to tuck home a rebound, and Salyer makes it 4-0. Your Sailors on top with 21-13 to go here in his first round game against Pueblo County. Taken down by Weimer, and she's going to be dispossessed by Hubby. He works it up to Lily Armstrong. Gets this one along further far side. Armstrong tries to turn the Jets on, looking to get around the corner. And it's going to be chased down by Pueblo County. Nice job matching Armstrong stride for stride. Lily Armstrong, one of the quicker players on the field. Hooked up now to Hubby giving off to Leeson. Leeson top the 18. Gives it off to Armstrong with the left foot. Passes one over to Moon. Oh, and the overlap from Moon coming in on the near side. Just couldn't quite get around that ball. It was kind of just one of those awkward ones. She was trying to volley it out of the air as well. So contorted her body, but was not able to put it on frame. Goes out of bounds, and we'll have a goal kick coming up with just about 20 minutes left in this game. Sailors up 4-0. 3 goals from Rochelle Coley in the first. Hinkle making a run up the near side. She wants to be involved. From the top of the 18, rips one hard and low. Stopped by Lavoie. Nice job from Wilson again getting out there to at least challenge enough and not let Hinkle have a better angle of attack on that shot. Upfield again. Your Sailors try to attack with Hubby. Give it back to Armstrong and give and go. Worked in the middle of the pitch. Rochelle Coley running into this one. Could get there first. Great slide. Pueblo County getting back on a nice sliding defensive effort. Comes up near sideline. And Marissa Ferris will take this. A couple sisters on the roster. The Ferris sisters and the Henriksen sisters. Always making it easy on her, right? At least I have to deal with less names. Less opportunity for me to blow it. 19-20 left. 4-0 score. Your Sailors on top. As we tick down towards the tail end of this one, just 3/4 of the way through first round matchup. Here's Delaney Moon. Comes up towards the top of the 18. Cuts back, gives a pass back to Hubby. Chips it along. Bounces between the two teams. Cleared out eventually by Pueblo County. Hinkle will chase it down. One-on-one marked up on by Sydney Graham. Graham's not going to let it go easily. Corey now takes this for the Sailors. And we'll look to roll one upfield. Finds Lucy Wilson with that. Back to the port. Back to Wilson. They play pitch and catch. 18.5 minutes on the clock. Wilson right up the middle of the pitch finds Hubby. Hubby kicks it out near sideline. Connecting there with Delaney Moon. Back to the middle of the field with a nice move. Gets it off to Hubby again. Touches back to Moon. Great effort there to reach in and get it back there. And she'll leave it off for Hubby once more. Steps into this ball and works it to that far sideline. It's taken down. That was a hard play there. And possibly just a little bit of frustration boiling over. Yellow card issued here against Pueblo County. You can see that she's just not too thrilled with the outcome of this one. It was Allie Henriksen who will have to sub off for Chassa Rules. Free kick coming up here for Steamboat Sailors. Lucy Wilson will take it. 10 yards back, maybe 12 yards back to the top of the 18. 18-10 on the clock. Official having some words with the coaching staff there, maybe just clarifying that she needed to sub off for the Chassa Rules. That'd be my only guess as to what she may have wanted to talk to her about. Once we get the whistle, we'll have the kick. Wilson stepped up to take this one. May go for goal. She's definitely within her range of trying to strike if she chooses to do so. Wilson blows. Clock resumes. Wilson steps in and tries to keep one up. Comes down. Ooh, didn't lift a whole lot. I always liked those a while ago. There was an opportunity for Lucy Wilson. I'm trying to remember what game it was exactly, but I think she was nearly, it may have been Amy Glenwood actually, last year. And she put one home from 5 yards away from the midfield line. It was unbelievable. So you know she's got the capability to do so. However, on this field of play where it's a little bit more of regulation, maybe somewhat tougher. Not from where she was there, just 10 yards back. Looks like we got a substitution. In comes Riley Padilla. And Padilla's going to get some time in the goal frame for Pueblo County High School. Nice job getting in another sophomore here. You got to think Pueblo, what it's worth, they've got a very young roster, only a few seniors, a handful of seniors to work with. So they're future's bright here for Pueblo County High School. And all three of their keepers or two of their keepers are both sophomores. All worked up near side. It's going to be out of bounds off Keegan Rand. Throw in just in front of the Pueblo bench for the Hornets. 16:52 to go. 4-0 score. Your Sailors are on top in this one. going to be taken by Allie Henderson. Who was checked back in the game immediately upon being cleared to do so. Michelle Coley is possessed. Henderson trying to turn it up. She's another sophomore. So we're going into Hinkle. Tries to slow it down, reverse course, and go for a service. Hard low into the 18. And Hubby with an excellent job getting back. Will clear one upfield. As her Sailors take over. Sophie Leeson keeps this ball. Shot very strong there. Nice through ball. What an excellent look up that right wing. Nearly connected. Petrus is checked in for Steamboat. Ella Petrus gives it back as Vargas takes over. Nice reversal from Vargas. Everyone bit on that one and ran well past her. Open up the passing lane, and here's Keegan Rand. Stepping up and feeding one to Lisa. Tried to turn and shoot, couldn't. Now it's Hovey, wanted one from range. It's going to be knocked down by Padilla. She got it in, but Hovey there trying to make John's trip worth it on that shot. Nearly able to do so. Excellent opportunity there from your Steamboat Sailors. 15:37 left and ticking down as your Sailors try to march into a Saturday matchup and continue their season here in 2019. All worked outside. That was Leeson trying to connect with overlapping Courtney Vargas. She could not keep it alive. We got some more substitutions on both sides of the ball here. 15:12 to go. Dare I take another break and get more water? I don't know if I want to. The Sailors were able to score last time that I did that. Didn't need for that to happen. But I'm going to give it a shot, need a little more water here. 15 minutes on the clock. Substitutions being made. 4-0 lead. Sailors on top. This is your Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7. Online as well at steamboatradio.com. If we score again, I'm going to probably laugh.
They're down there. That's the problem. It sounds delicious.
The rolls? Choice of the update.
That would be tough though, getting up after that.
Yeah, that's true. Man just waiting out.
Oh, food coma.
Good news, there wasn't a goal. You're back here on KTYV 105. So, I mean, good and bad, right? I mean, wouldn't really complain if there was, but the Sailors have a 4-0 lead. 3 goals from Michelle Foley, 1 from Megan Salyer here in this second half. Substitutions being made. I think that's Haley Moss checking back in as well as Corey Peters. The Sailors have a throw from the far sideline. However, he's challenging. Pick him up with the ball. Take him up Pueblo County. I think that is Hinkle. Field now. This is Molly Henriksen getting yelled at. You can hear it from up here. The girl's trying to get it. I think that was probably Hinkle. So we're going to venture to guess who it was. Picked up now by Delaney Moon on the ensuing toss from the near sideline. Worked inside and a nice little pass to Haley Moss. Tries to connect with Rodgers. I just put her name together, Riley Hodges. Sorry, I know the Hodges are listening. At least one side of that family. She has some grandparents that are tuned in. 12:38 to go here. 4-0 lead for the Steamboat Sailors. Excited to see this last 12 minutes and change tick off the clock. It's been last year was tough. Didn't make the playoffs. I think it's 2 years in a row we haven't made the playoffs. So good to see some success. And it's an interesting way of going about the season. Sailors had an excellent chance at coming in second in the Western Slope League. They had probably their poorest performance I've ever called, and I don't ever want to look bad on it, right? I mean, these are high schoolers, you never want to do that, but really just a tough performance. Everything seemed to go wrong that could for Steamboat in that Glenwood Springs game. But you're going to have those types of games, and it was just unfortunate when it occurred. I think Glenwood ended up getting second in the league, right? Or did we?
Yeah, they got
so Glenwood got second. We dropped, but it actually worked out pretty well for Steamboat. Sailors came in as a 19 seed. It's probably a little bit better than 19. And they had to travel to Pueblo County, but we've done an excellent job of playing strong right from the get-go. Here's Delaney Moon all alone in behind, shot in the goal. Delaney Moon tucks home the 5th of the day for the Sailors. What a passing play. Haley Moss gave it back to her. Just great toe-to-toe passing on that, and Steamboat able to strike. Excellent work from another one of the seniors, that is Delaney Moon. 11:26 to go here in the game. 5-0 lead for the Sailors, and they will be having a quick turnaround from the Hornets. They'll be heading to a Saturday matchup. Check. I don't know if that other game is played. Let's see if I can multitask here. Forgive me, I'm only a man. I can only do so much. Working near side. Hornets with the ball on the possession out of this ensuing kickoff.
No.
Up the far side to Hinkle. She gets it along further. Petix is, wow, that was tough to say. They're also watching and listening. Always nice to hear. Mike, we appreciate you. All of you. Wish you all as well, of course. 10:50 on the clock and ticking down here. As another ball rolls in, Molly Quinn-Kleins has checked in for your Sailors, so she is getting some valuable time as well for Steamboat. Let's throw upfield. Slow Russell follows up, gets it, looking for Delaney Moon. Shoulder to shoulder with a player there on the Hornets side of things. In the big circle, it's going to be contended for and eventually taken. She's been running all over the field here. She's trying to get something going. You can see, though, that this is probably one of the tougher Ds that she's had to deal with because Steamboat Sailors have just marked up on her, contained her so well. Great job from Steamboat all around. Looks as though Evergreen did beat Northridge 7-0. So the 3 seed moves on. That means that Steamboat will be playing Evergreen in Evergreen, I'm assuming, on Saturday, May 11th. So there you have it. I was able to multitask. Very proud of myself on that. Wasn't sure I was going to be able to do it, Steve. Under 10 minutes to go here in the game. 5-0 lead. A fun one to watch. Obviously, Sailors fans, you got to be excited about it. And you can see again that this Pueblo County team to look forward to in coming years with such a young squad. It's going to be taken by Riley Hodges. She tries to get away from the pressure, but it's going to be put on frame and in. Absolute laser beam. That was Jacqueline Flores who ended up getting it for Pueblo County. No, that one was 11, right? That was Allie Henriksen, I believe. I believe it was Henriksen that got that one. 5-1. What a shot there from Henriksen and Quinn-Kleins. That's always one of those interesting areas because the goalie can get caught out and you have to be decisive one way or the other. But really, I mean, Henriksen wasn't out enough where she was going to challenge.
That was a great shot.
That was a great shot, absolutely. Sailors back the other way. Shot, save, rebounds free, and whistle blows. Penalty kick. Wow. Just like that, the Sailors trying to capitalize. What an effort from the Steamboat squad. I think that was Ella Petrus who made a run up that far sideline. They will stop the clock. We'll see what happens here. The officials conferring. 8:53 to go. And a game that, I mean, again, it looked like it was kind of all but wrapped up. All of a sudden, some excitement. Allie Henriksen with a nice, really nice shot. And now Ella Petrus with a chance at a penalty kick to make this a 6-1 game. Petrus will step off the ball. Mano y mano against Riley Padilla. Padilla has to step back. Oh, shit. Petrus to take this one. Just waiting on the official. They're discussing with the coaching staff on that far side, and looks as though everyone is on the same page here. at least from the Steamboat sidelines point of view. He trots over and we'll talk to the coaching staff on the near side. And that right there is why I can never be a soccer official. I don't even run if I'm running late. Ella Petras to take this. 8:53 on the clock. Won't be ticking down until this shot occurs because it is a live ball if she cannot type it home. Right? Ooh, it's a good ball. Petras and Padilla eyeing each other down. Petras tucks it on. Ella Petras with a nice looking play there. The 11 straight goals for both teams. And it's 6-1. Nice job for the Sailors. Great hustle up that right wing. 6-1 lead for Steamboat now with 8:50 to go in the game. Substitution being made here. Pueblo County High School. Arian Naylor is back in the game. It looks as though Erica Inez will take a breather. Another one of those sophomores for Pueblo that I know exactly what I'd be saying if I was on the other side of this broadcast. I mean, you got to think this is some great experience for this young team. You got to say it now as well. In Pueblo County, they came in as a 14 seed. You earned that one through a long season. So a lot to look forward to for the girls in green. 8:25 to go. 6-1 lead. Your Steamboat Sailors on top. It's going to be Hubby. Gives it back to Marissa Drobic. Drobic to Russell. Near side looking for Phoenix. Couldn't connect there. Taken by Hubby. Near side to Buchanan. At the midfield line works it backwards to Sydney Graham. Graham now. Upfield. Finds the foot of Hodges. Near side of Buchanan. Upfield, she was looking to connect with Hubby, couldn't do it. Followed up by Riley Hodges. Rogers, as I like to say. She'll continue to switch the pitch to the far side. Gets it back again on the give-and-go play. Steps into a ball, loses it. Taken over by the Hornets. They'll try to look upfield as Hinkle is the long stretch gal, and she will get the ball. Nice connection there. Hinkle challenged immediately by Sydney Graham. And that's exactly what the Sailors needed to do. Hinkle has had an excellent season. She scored 33 goals. But the Sailors have done a really good job. Every time she has gotten the ball, they've been on her with 1 or 2 gals. 7:22 to go. 6-1 score, Steamboat on top. Graham is going to be taken to the ground there. Foul and a free kick coming up for your Sailors. So, the dilemma becomes, what will Steve and I go get for dinner? 7 minutes on the clock, now it's going to work out field.
Who's to say?
Who knows? We'll go with what feels right at the time. This is Hubby. Runs over, gets the ball, takes it back again as she lost it on the initial pass. Gets it to Hodges. No play there. Hodges goes back up to Petras' far sideline. Petras with the latest goal, and it came in the form of a penalty kick. So, like I said, a lot of excitement at the tail end of this one. Petras now tries to get the ball on the long attempt from Moss. Couldn't connect there. Went off the defender. Now it's turned by Buchanan up the near sideline, and eventually will go on out. Nice job there. You know, it seems as though maybe it's just the distance. I'm not even used to this regulation size. They've got a really big field out here at Pueblo County, but some of those I feel like would definitely be out of play in the Steamboat pitch even. So I'm going to watch this one. Good advantage point to do so as well. Hubby's going to just drag down a Hornets player. That'll draw a foul and free kick. Allie Hendrickson will take this one for Pueblo County. Under 6 minutes to go. Your Sailors, with a 6-1 lead, are 5:50 away from securing a win and a berth in the second round where they will play Evergreen. They won 7-0 against Northridge. This ball carries twice into the hands of Molly Quinn. Clines at the top of her 18. Clines decides on the near side. Intercepted by Hinkle. Tries to move it back to the middle of the field. Nice job there from the Sailors getting back to Sloan Russell, who is able to curtail the attack. 5:20 to go here. Pueblo County High School. 14 minutes away from puck drop on Game 7. In case you're an Avalanche fan, I know I am. I'll be listening to that one on the ride home. 5 minutes to go, though, here from Pueblo County High School. 6-1 lead for the Sailors. Goals again, if you're just joining us, from Michelle Coley. She got a hat trick in the first half. Goals in the second half coming from Megan Sally and Delaney Moon. And then it was Allie Henriksen making a 5-1 for Pueblo County. And the last goal so far is Ella Petrus on the PK. Still time to go in the game. Sailors don't need to push. Got the lead they would like. And some players getting valuable experience here in the tail end of this one. On the other side of it, Pueblo County trying to give their few seniors a good little last hurrah in the final 4:28. Rowan for the Hornets. And into Allie Henriksen. Henriksen reverses on the ball. Nice job there. That's free. Comes back to her on a give-and-go play. Henriksen turns up the field. Sends one up. Long ball attempt here. We're going to get by foot race. And Buchanan puts the down. I'm not sure how the whistle would have had Buchanan. It looked like she'd reached out, but no whistle. But he goes on. Looks like Buchanan actually a little bit worse for there. 3:45 left in this one. Quick restart with foul called against Wales and Green. Sailors to the middle of the field here, Marissa Driller. Take it there for Steamboat. He's looking for options and decides the best one on the far side. Taken by Sydney Graham now in the big circle. Sailors right to left on 105.7. K2IB here in second half action. Up 6-1. Just over 3 minutes to go in the game. Ball comes near side. Ankle overlaps. I think she's played every minute of this one. Intercepted pass was read there by Buchanan. Works up to Haley Moss. Moss has a through ball that's Hubby. Decides instead on Petrus on the far side. Ella Petrus into the 18 once again. She's got options. Ella Petrus sends one over to Hubby. Oh, swing and a miss. Shot there just off the mark. She's doing everything in her capabilities to try and make John Hubby's trip down here worth it. We'll have ourselves a goal kick. 2:38 to go. 6-1 lead. You know, I gotta really appreciate all the parents who have made their way down here, but I do also have to question how many are left to listen to us, Steve?
That's right.
At least 4, maybe 5. We got the Petixes listening. We've got some of the Hodges listening. One side or the other of that family. Be taken now by Molly Brown. Works it back to Klein. Good to see Molly getting some late action here. She played a good portion of the first half, and you don't want to go too cold into the next game, so Molly Brown getting some late action. 2 minutes on the clock now. And quick little shoulder-to-shoulder play there. Foul and free kick.
That was brutal.
I think that Miss Hubby there and Miss Henriksen are probably exchanging some words, because that's the second time. The first time Henriksen did that, she got a yellow card. Boys can't be the only ones who chirp, right? It's just
Definitely.
different. It's definitely just different as to what they're saying. Through ball attempt to Corey Petix. Chased down by the Hornets defender. She just kicks this one out of play. 80 seconds on the clock. Oh, my number 1 fan's listening too. How about that? Catholic Point. Hello, hello. So we've got at least 5 people. That's nice. Hey, 6 people. How about that? Coach is listening too. Love to hear about it, guys. We appreciate it. It's playoff time. So you start to call them out a little bit, and they come out of the woodworks as to who all is listening. 56 seconds on the clock. 6-1 lead for Steamboat Sailors. Just a few seconds away now from heading to Evergreen on Saturday. And that's going to be a great matchup in round number 2 and number 3 seed. So it's a tall task for Steamboat. Here's a long through ball. Ella Petrus trying to chase it down. She'll get there in time along the end line, but the service not going to connect there. Eventually it's going to be worked up that far sideline and out of bounds off the Pueblo player. 25 on the clock and ticking down. Going from the far side for Steamboat. Finds Hubby. She leaves it off, trying to find Drovic. Gets it to her eventually. Marissa Drovic. Near side to Buchanan. Cuts back. Eventually it's going to be taken by Henriksen. And we're almost probably in double digits. I'm gonna say I just got another text. I mean, we're probably nearing that double digit here. I'm loving it, guys. The Hornets Sounds, your Steamboat Sailors girls soccer team is heading to the second round of the CHASA 2019 state playoffs. 6-1 final here against Pueblo County High School. Hornets with an excellent game. Sailors just played a little bit better. We've seen 80 minutes come and go here from Pueblo County, and the Sailors are moving on to a Saturday matchup against Evergreen. Before that, we'll have Steamboat Boys Lacrosse. They are playing on Friday and will be taking on the winner of Green Mountain and Battle Mountain. They are playing tonight. Probably wrapped up here in relatively short order. I'm Vlad Chase, saying so long. This is your Sailor Sports Connection, KQYB 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com.
That would be nice, you know, but I said, my number one.
That was hilarious.
All I want.
I got like 5 people, 6 people like, oh, I'm listening. What are you talking about? Come on.